At 7 p.m., I'd like to call the Brimfield Township Board of Trustees meeting to order. Roll call for attendance, please.
Kevin?
Here.
Sue?
Present.
Nick?
Here.
All right, quorum met.
All right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence or prayer. Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and start with announcements and correspondences.
Okay. I was told that you can't see me, so I want to make sure you can hear me. So, I wanted to make an announcement. The University Hospital in Ravenna at the Northeast Ohio Medical Center, they are going to have on Saturday, February the 28th from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. It is a free seminar, and it's going to be education to be heart healthy. It says, join us for a free cardiovascular education program to learn how to maximize your heart health and limit its impact on your future health. So I think that's good for me, and I wanted to let everybody know that it's available. And all you have to do is just call the number and make a reservation for yourself. So I think it'd be very good education.
Thank you, Sue. Does anyone else have announcements or correspondences? All right. We have no scheduled meeting guests tonight. So we'll move into meeting minutes. I'll entertain a motion to approve the January 20th, 2026 regular meeting minutes as presented.
So moved.
And I will second. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? Okay, roll call, please.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, motion passed.
Thank you. I'll now entertain a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
So moved.
I'll second.
All right. Any additions, subtractions, or changes to the agenda?
I really don't have a addition, just an update.
Okay. If we don't have to vote on it, we can just do an update on the fiscal then.
Okay.
All right. No changes? All right. Roll call to accept as presented.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, approved.
All right. I'll now entertain a motion to approve the purchase orders as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Any discussion on purchase orders? Okay, hearing none, roll call for acceptance.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, purchase orders accepted.
And I'll now entertain a motion to accept the warrants as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion on the warrants? Hearing none, roll call for acceptance.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, warrants accepted.
All right, we'll now move into our public comments section. We please ask that you sign in before speaking. We do have a time limit, and it looks like nobody signed up today, but we'll open it up one more time just in case. Any public comments? All right. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and move forward. Safety concerns. Are there any safety concerns that need to be brought forward before the board today?
I just want to say thank you to our road department for how they handled all this horrendous snow that had no place to go. So Dave, I really appreciate your team. I appreciate your way of handling and scheduling and working with what we have to work with. Thank you.
Thanks, Sue. You guys did a great job out there, Dave. I saw them out there, and they were smiling the whole time, too. So,
Think of all the money they were making.
all right. Any other safety concerns? Hearing none, we will now move into the business portion of our meeting, and we will turn the floor over to Chief Mosley, Police Department.
Yep, thanks, Dick. Nothing under old business for you this evening. Under new business, I just have one update. We're in the process of getting a quote for replacement of our rear entry door to the station. That's the most used door. We're in and out of that thing constantly, and it's just getting to a point where it needs to be replaced. There's some rust coming on the bottom of it. So reached out to Taylor, and we'll reach out to some others as well to get some quotes on that. And this could potentially fall under our NOPEC grant funding as an option to fund it. So as I get more information on it going forward, I'll bring that to the board's attention. And if it potentially could fall under NOPEC, that would be fantastic. So we'll follow up on that going forward. Just 2 items for board approval this evening. One is to accept our 2025 annual report.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to accept the 2025 annual report from the police department.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? No? Okay, thank you for submitting that. Roll call for acceptance.
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
All right, accept it.
And the second item I need board approval on this evening is to approve a purchase order in the amount of $18,000 payable to Vonderhaus Gill German Shepherds. That's for the purchase of the new police canine and 6-week training and boarding for our new canine officer.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to accept the PO in the amount of $18,000 to Vonderhill Goss German Shepherds for the purchase of a new police canine.
Second.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any discussion on that?
How old are the dogs that we have right now? Just a ballpark.
Yeah, I think Recon's around 8 or so, 8.5. I'm ballparking on that. Don't have
About
the exact. Yeah.
8 years or so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of a life expanded, is that normal?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to vary depending on the dog and the health of the dog. So, I mean, for 8 years plus for the German Shepherd, that's probably going to be fairly par for the course for road life for the dog.
What's the name of our dog?
The new dog?
No, the old dog.
Recon.
Okay, Recon.
Recon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought people would like to know that.
Yep.
Yeah, he has been here a while.
He's been there a while.
He's worked hard too.
He has.
Okay.
Looking forward to retirement.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
What's our anticipated start date?
Still looking at that. I pulled those dates I think I gave those to you guys last time, but I have to pull them off the top of my head. It's going to be April or so when the officer will be down there going through his training.
Okay.
So what he'll do in advance of that is he'll be able to pick the dog up, spend a brief time amount with the dog, and then go back down for the actual 6 weeks of the certification training. So it'll be kind of 2 pieces.
Okay. So pretty soon he'll be able to pick up the dog?
As soon as the dogs come in. Yeah, I don't have a hard date for that yet.
Where is this company based out of?
Wapakoneta.
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 Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Very excited for this. Any other questions? All right. Roll call for acceptance.
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
And that's all I have for you.
Do we have any questions for the police department tonight? All right, hearing none, we will now move into the fire department. Chief, floor is yours.
Okay, just a couple update items. Just lots of calls with additional staffing needed for the weather, as we already talked about, and weather continues. Just, additional staffing needed just to get up driveways, get up stairs. It just takes an extra hand here and there for just normal calls that, the weather delays have created. But the guys are doing great on that, so.
Did you have an opportunity to use the snowplow on your white
Yeah,
SUV?
we did quite a bit. With
Good,
that, so.
good. I just, it's good to know that that's in use.
It is. Entry-level firefighter applications have been accepted, and that has closed. We gave it till the first of the month. We have 7 of those, so I'll reach out to those applicants starting tomorrow. We'll put them through ride time, physical agility, and interviews, hopefully all this month, and then bring back a name. That name will fit in with the other 2 that we had, and hopefully we'll have a good candidate to slide right in. So I'll be back up to 3 with that. Along with that, the 1 entry-level firefighter left this morning for 6 weeks at EMT basic schooling. The one that we already have is already in EMT basics, so he didn't have to go. So 1 is down at Columbus for right now, and 1 is here with us already as an EMT.
Is that a full-time schooling?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So he'll be down there for 6 weeks, comes back on the weekend.
Okay.
So, and then the current candidates that have come through the door all are currently EMT basics already. So they would already skip that schooling.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's it.
Do we have any questions for the fire department today? All right, hearing none, we'll move into administration. Floor's yours.
Yeah, we had one item under old business, just to update the board on the township website. I know we'd had some discussion on that at a prior meeting. Just following up with that, as you know, the Ohio Township Association has a partnership program with Shoemaker Technology Group to do websites for townships throughout Ohio. I know Joe had an opportunity to do a Zoom meeting with them recently, and I'm planning to meet with them in person at the OTA conference later this week as well to get some more information. So that's just an update that we're in process on that. Joe, I think you may have gotten an updated quote from them as well recently.
I did. I received a quote today it's not a rock solid quote, but it's a high level quote. So it's for $3,550 for the first 3 years. What they're looking to do to help reduce the cost is, instead of charging us for all of the development up front, if we sign a 3-year contract, they will take that development cost and divide it into thirds. So the first 3 years will be more expensive, and then if we continue with them, year 4 will go down to about $1,000. So we would be looking at a good savings between our current provider and STG if we decide to move forward. It would be a savings of about $10,000 a year.
So just wanted an opportunity to meet with them in person this week and maybe get an opportunity to reach out to some other public sector clients that have used them as well, and then we can bring some information back to the board to make some decisions.
Did you say so it's 10,000 a year? So we're paying about 13,000 a year for the website.
$13,500 is the current estimated cost. They do have an upcharge, year-over-year upcharge built into their contract. So I don't have the until I get an actual quote from them. I don't have the exact cost. I do have a call tomorrow with them to start getting those numbers. One of the things that we'll have to look at is there is a 60-day out clause in our contract. And our contract is due April 5th. So we're technically already in that 60-day window. So part of my conversation tomorrow is going to be, what options do we have? Do we want to go ahead and tentatively cancel our contract with Civic Plus? And if we decide not to move forward with something else, get back into a contract, we're going to have to figure out I'll have to figure out some options, because I thought it was a 30-day out like most contracts. I didn't realize there was a 60-day on this one. So we're going to have to come up with this. If this is the direction we want to go, we're going to have to make a decision sooner than later, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the update. Any questions about the?
Do we need to do anything about that cancellation? I mean, or is Joe just gonna make that call?
I'm going to have the conversation tomorrow with the salesperson about that, and I can email you accordingly. I don't know how we handle that, but yeah, as I said, if it sounds like we want to exercise that option to save the township money, we may be forced into canceling it, and then if for some reason we decide to stay with Civic Plus, sign a new contract. I don't know what the options would look like, but I should find that out tomorrow.
Roy, what do you think? Should we authorize the cancellation of the contract at this meeting? The next vote is good as the following one, so that we could re-enter or continue the contract or not do that. But that gives Joe the ability, if we need to make that decision during the 2 weeks without an emergency.
Yeah, I would agree. I think if there's that authorities there, if we need to use it, I think that would be probably something we should do, but I think it's important that we not necessarily get this done. It's more important that we get this done right than we get done fast. I understand we have the other contract piece, but I want to make sure that we do our due diligence, make sure this meets all of our needs, do a little homework on it. But if you're talking about the ability to maybe cancel with Civic Plus if we need to, if there's a flexibility to do that, and like you said, maybe come back and revisit if we need to, but having that added flexibility might be beneficial. Joe?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it sounds like. We need the ability to be flexible, and with a 60-day cancellation, which is more or less now, we kind of have to come up with something. Now, I'm hoping they're going to want to negotiate and keep our business, but having them negotiate down $10,000, I would be surprised. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, but that gives him the option to even say, because I have a feeling if we backed out and then said, no, we want to stay, they'd more than willing to take us back.
And Civic Plus, correct, so Joe, clarify for me, Civic Plus owns everything on their side, right? We're not hosting anything locally, correct?
The website exists inside of the Civic Plus server, so.
Okay.
If this contract wasn't to be renewed, our site would not exist, so we would have to make sure, that's the other challenge with the new provider is they're gonna have to have this site ready up and going before April, so that's a very fast turn, which I did discuss with them, and they feel as long as we give a decision soon, they'll have.
Well, I mean, we have the meeting down at OTA this week where we can all stop at the booth and have conversations, but we could pull a special meeting if we needed to sign a contract also.
Yeah.
But I think it would be prudent to give you the authority to cancel that contract or have that leverage available working with Roy if we need that from this meeting
Yes,
today.
and
I
I
would
will
agree.
update you as soon as I know more after the meeting.
Okay, so, let's do this. I'll entertain a motion to amend the agenda to add termination of contract with Civic Plus. So I'll need a motion to do that.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
All right, roll call for the amendment?
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
yes.
Nick.
Yes.
All right, motion
So
passed.
that's under board approval. And now we can entertain a motion to tentatively end our contract with Civic Plus for website hosting.
I will make that motion.
Second,
All right, and then Joe, this will give you, that's just if you need to use it type of piece, just keep us in the loop on it.
Yes,
and
I
we'll
would
come back
have a
on it.
discussion with you guys before I say it.
Right.
But just so that if.
We have it there in case we need it that
Yes,
way.
yes, most definitely.
All right, any other discussions on that?
No.
All right, good with that, Roy?
I'm good with that.
All right, roll call, please.
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
yes.
Nick.
Yes.
All right, motion passed.
All right. Now move into our new business part of administration, and up first is Kevin, payment refunding of property taxes, township-owned property.
Okay, so if we're not aware, or we should be aware, but I don't know if we are, under Ohio Revised Code 5709.08, as a township, being a subsidy of the state of Ohio, we're eligible for property tax exemption.
Could
Oh.
I have that RC number again?
5709.08.
Okay, thank you.
We're considered a subsidiary of state of Ohio. And we currently are exempt on like 4 parcels. The town hall here, the police station, the cemetery, and the original Lions Park. We never filed the exemption papers for the library or any of the rest of them. It goes back, what I can tell, about 20 years. Anything that we've acquired since the early 2000s, we never filed for the exemption. So for some current numbers, Mesner Park, we're paying $3,089 a year. Then and on top of that, in July, we missed the payment. So we paid a penalty, I think, of $161. The property at Lions Park with the playground equipment, we're paying $1,803 a year. Community center, which community center may not be exempt because we rent it out and we have income from it, but the way it's operated today, since we're doing just all nonprofit, I think it would probably qualify. That's $4,400 a year. The south side of the Lions Park driveway, vacant land, we're paying $1,190 a year in property tax. McGuire Park, $3,897.35. The library, $12,419. Releasing it for free to another exemption. The library doesn't pay property tax. They pay 0 in Kent, they pay 0 in Ravenna. It goes on and on. Vacant property on Old Forge Road, $890.
So does this include all the, because we got that big list at the end of last year of all the small parcels, so all of those would be.
All of those are getting dinged.
Now, I had a conversation with Matt Kelly about that this week. He said typically it's not retro, but we could ask for retro.
Even if we don't get the retro, I mean, you're gonna save $40,000 in 26.
Right?
Plus the penalties. I mean, I don't know, we probably paid a couple $1,000s in penalties because we didn't pay it on time in July.
So we just need to fill out this tax exempt form.
Yeah.
For each piece of part.
I looked it up and you can, I think they allow you 4 parcels per
They give you
exemption.
3 on the back.
Okay. Well, plus the original maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought I saw 4.
The partial numbers. If more than 4, continue on, oh no, you can do them all at once.
Okay,
They have to be in the same school district.
yeah,
So we could just run a spreadsheet with them.
yeah. I don't know how we get to filling that out, but I think we need to do it because property taxes are
Typically,
probably
that'll
due.
come from the fiscal office, so we would need to work with Jasmine to put this together.
Okay.
We do already have a list of the partials, so it'll take a little bit of homework, because we'll need to see which ones have been submitted for and which ones haven't. And then we would need to put together a spreadsheet to attach to this, and then you would need to fill out all of this.
All right.
I mean, it's not much.
That's fine. I'm
There's-
familiar.
There's only 4 that's not being taxed.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
Okay.
I don't know if we need to get a hold of Matt Kelly and ask for an extension, because I mean, it's coming up. I don't know how long it takes to get this.
I know they have to send it to Columbus for approval, for final approval.
Right. But at least if we can get an extension, we don't have to pay in February.
So we could request from him an extension. He might have to send it to the commissioners and see if we can get a hold on the payment of those until we figure this out. But that'd be a substantial savings.
Yes, it would. I don't know, Jasmine, do you need a savings?
Funny. Of course I do.
We got jokes today. Jasmine, what can we do to help you with this?
I would say, if anyone is knowledgeable about any of the parcels, which ones that are already exempt or not, that would be helpful. But other than that, I guess I can always reach out to Beth if, okay. All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Can you just give me the list?
I'll just give
Yeah.
you this list. There's only 4 on there
yeah.
that's not.
I guess I'll go ahead and just get to
And
work.
maybe Mike Glad can even, I don't know, he can
Okay.
put it in a, I don't know, report.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, so you said community, so there is an exemption to that. If we make a profit or bring any money in, we can't claim it.
Right.
Okay.
So the community center is iffy.
What happens, let me just in theory ask you, what happens with Lions Park, because we rent the baseball fields? Is that gonna become
Well,
profit?
that's the thing. Lions Park is exempt.
Okay.
Now, we're not totally exempt. Like, we have to pay, I don't know, like on the town hall and the fire department here, we have to pay a few of the, like the storm sewer or stormwater runoff thing. I mean, we pay like, $208 on,
The special assessments?
Yeah.
Like the recycling
You-
assessment?
yeah.
Water assessment, land
Right.
assessment?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's not totally free, but sure,
Reduces?
big time.
Okay.
But from what I can tell, everything prior to like the early 2000s was filed. Everything after the mid-2000s that we've acquired was never filed. And I think the community center, if we'd have done it prior to, it probably would have been exempt. But it might be exempt now because we're not actually,
We're not renting?
nonprofits are free. I mean,
Right. Okay.
yeah, and the soccer fields, I forgot that one. That's also $1,800. They have it listed as, commercial property. So it just keeps going on and on.
Right. Do you have a complete list of all the costs, or
No, I just picked up a few.
just pick a few? Okay. Just if you had one, I was gonna ask for it, but
I
I wanna
mean-
create more work than needed, so.
Yeah. I just-
All right, well, I don't think we need a motion on that. It's more, Jasmine, this would just be an internal fiscal piece that would happen, so.
I mean, like that. Okay, got you.
I know you don't
I'll
have
get
enough to
done.
do.
I do.
That's
but
why I
it's
said, if there's
okay.
anything we can do, tell me what you
It
need
never
to do.
stops. It never stops. It's all right.
All right.
I signed up for this.
If you want us all to fill out the parcel numbers, I mean, that's,
Oh, that's easy.
okay. All right. Well, then I'll retract that. No,
All right.
sorry, I'm trying to help.
I know you are. I appreciate it.
So we're done there?
Unless there's any questions or comments? Sorry.
Roy?
No.
Yep, we're good with that.
Okay.
Number 2.
All right, now the next one. Are we doing on the library?
Yeah, the library's next.
Okay. So, to go hand in hand with that, right now we're paying the trash and utilities on the library. And I saw in 24 where they took over gas and electric or something in 24, right? Is that what you showed me, Sue?
Yeah.
And it says in there that we can amend that agreement anytime. Is there, I think we should ask them to
Yeah,
take over
right
the
here.
trash and utilities.
Mine too. It says here the library took over gas and electric in March of
Okay.
2024.
So we're looking for them to take over,
Water, trash, and sewer?
Here, water, sewer, trash removal, snow removal, repairs and maintenance to the building. Those are the categories.
so repairs and maintenance, I think, still falls on us, because it's our property. I
Right.
think snow removal would probably potentially still fall on us. Part of the reason I believe that we didn't charge them everything is because we still use a percentage of that building
Okay.
as a town hall piece. So if you, when you go in the library, there's a big classroom section. That's the townships in the library. So while they rent the building, we still maintain use of that room as a community room that can be rented out or used for our needs. So that was ran by Parks and Rec.
Okay.
So the only question I would have then is, if we do that, are we gonna lose use of that? Because now they're using the whole building. And that
Right.
brings it back, right?
Still free rent.
Right. I'm not opposed to having the conversation with them to see what their board says.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's fair.
We could be fair with it.
Okay? It doesn't hurt to have a conversation,
No.
see what their finances are, and how we work that together.
Hmm. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
do that. So we're looking at water, sewer, and trash.
I would think so.
Okay. All right. Good with that. Any questions? No? All right. Move on to number 3 then.
Okay, so now we're back to the Kimball waste trash bill. That's kind of my field, so, first thing I did was, pull the Kimball bill, and of course, they're taking advantage of us. So in the trash world, a 2-yard dumpster is usually like $70. We're paying $129 for the cemetery. So I called around to make sure that my numbers were still correct, and they are. And we could probably save, I don't know, $250 a month if we
Can we find
switched.
somebody local too?
Well, here's the problem.
Okay.
We signed a contract a year ago, a 3-year contract. So I made some phone calls, and just to be upfront, I know all these guys. I know Mr. Kimball, I know them all. They're not friends of mine, but I know them personally. So I made a phone call to Mr. Kimball. He agreed to readjust the rates that we're paying.
Okay.
It's not the best that we can do, but it's better than what we've got. And then in exchange for changing some of these rates and bringing them down to a more normal level or acceptable level, he's asking to switch a couple containers around, to switch them to like every other week. So like right now, Roy's got a 2-yard. He wants to switch that to a 4-yard every other week. The cemetery, he wants to switch that to a 4-yard every other week. Community center, he wants to switch to a 4-yard every other week. And the library, he wants to switch to a 6-yard, but that wouldn't, I mean, if we're letting them take over, it would save us another $90 or something, so. I don't know where you wanna go with that.
Well, I guess the first question is, do we have the space for?
It's the same
a 4-yard?
size.
Oh, it's the same size?
Yeah, they're just a little taller.
Okay. Not my world. So
No, that's fine, yeah.
If we don't have, if we have the space, we're using.
Dave, is there a problem with the cemetery if we did that?
No,
Okay.
it's the only time we really fill up the cemetery thing is during fall and spring cleanup
Yeah.
of the cemetery, so.
Roy, does that bother you with the police?
No, it's gonna have the same footprint back there, just gonna be a
Yeah.
taller container. Yeah, wouldn't see any issue with that.
Okay. I don't know what we need to do there. They're willing to, drop the price on everything.
So they would need to amend the contract. and
Yeah, they'll send us a new contract.
Send us a new contract.
Do we send that to Jasmine?
And then it comes before the board, 'cause it's a contract, so we'll have to
Okay.
vote on it.
Okay.
So if they can amend the contract, send over the terms to
Or
the
they,
board.
well, they gave us two options. They said we could keep the contract we have and they'll just drop the billing
Okay.
for 2 years, or do we want to sign a 3-year contract with these new rates?
So if they drop the billing, I guess, work me through what the price difference is.
It's like, I have it here somewhere. Well, our total bill now is like $717, and the new billing would be $576.
And that's just continuing the 2-year contract.
Either way, they really would like to extend, do a 3-year contract since they're readjusting just based on us asking, because they don't have to do anything. We're
Right.
stuck for 3 years, or
Right.
two years
2
yet.
more years.
Yeah,
What's your opinion?
I say sign the 3-year deal. They're nice enough to give us a discount without, they could stick it to us.
Is there a buyout on the 3-year, or are we just locked in?
No.
There's no out clause? Okay.
I really don't wanna break a contract,
Right.
that wouldn't be good.
I think it's, a 3-year deal, they're saving us $200 a month. Over 3 years, that's $6,000.
Okay. Would it be a replacement of this one back here too?
No, that one stays.
That one stays in
Yeah,
this?
that one stays, the
And
road
the road
department
department.
stays, yeah, everything stays the same.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, have them
And
send
actually,
us
they're dropping the price on
Oh,
everything,
okay.
yeah, across the board.
have them send us a contract to look at for
Okay.
3 year, and then we'll review it as a board, and then we'll have to vote on it at that point. But
Okay.
I wouldn't take any action at this point. I'd let
Right.
them
No,
send
I'll
us
just,
the contract.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll send us with the contract with the new prices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's good. All right. Any other questions on waste disposal?
Well, so you want me to send that to the billing email?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then she'll present it to the board.
Yep.
And put it in the shared drive for all of us to look at, and then we can discuss it at the next board meeting if they're ready.
Okay, so I have it ready. I'll call them tomorrow.
All right. Other stuff on Kimball. All right, and now we'll go into cleanup day. Sue, that's yours.
Yeah, that's mine. May the 9th, we need to begin some marketing to get the word out so that more people in the community can participate, because everybody has such busy schedules that they work with. And this year, Scott's going to be working with it, and I'll still be working with it. And originally, this cleanup day was in process before we had a parks person. So Kevin and I, we're gonna be working with this to make it happen. And we're still gonna keep my name up there, isn't that nice? And, so I'm happy with that, but the main thing is I just want to be able to get that word out to people and let them know that bring your stuff down there. And, it doesn't cost, we're not charging. We have an electronics person that we've used in the past few years, but we have to, now is the time that we have to make a scheduling with him if he would be available. So please just talk it up and get your groups out there and bring us all your trash and your metal stuff. Kevin, you got anything you want to add to that?
Yes, this will continue to be the Sioux Field Cleanup Day or whatever the name was.
At least for
It's-
2 years.
Kevin doesn't need his name on there.
I've got 2 years left on my term.
It's all yours. I'm just helping out here. So I reached out to a couple other people, then yes, I know both of them and all of them and whatever. So S&S Salvage, which is a Brimfield small business, he's a scrap hauler. He's gonna bring us 25 yarders, however many we need
Okay.
for the scrap. He's donating all the money back to the township.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
As of today, scrap metal is about $260 a ton. So it won't take many pounds to pay for the trash. H&H, another person that I know, and you guys used them before. It's actually my previous company. They did it last year
Yeah.
for $550. They said they'd stay with the same thing, $550. So, I'm not gonna vote on any of this because I know all these people or whatever you have to do, so I'm going to recuse myself from any of this. So you guys make the decisions, but S&S Salvage said they'll donate back all the money, so, and whatever you do with the leftover, that's up to you, so.
Okay.
So do we need,
Also, the scrap, as far as that goes, anything, car parts, batteries, appliances, refrigerators, air conditioners,
But we don't take tires.
no tires.
No tires.
but we could have a conversation with Portage County Recycling District about tires, because
Yeah.
they have a way to dispose
Okay.
of tires. So maybe we have a conversation there.
Okay, I do that.
Give Dawn a call and see what she can do to help us out.
Okay. But the main thing is, the date is Saturday, May the 9th,
What's the hours?
from, what, 10 to 2?
And you
Because
tell,
even if you say 10, they all come at 9. So you could do like 10 to 2 for sure.
we'll all be there? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if we can get, or maybe I'll go with Joe, and we'll put a list together of what we accept. And put it on the website.
Yeah, we just want to do the same list we did last year.
Yeah, it's already on our computers.
I mean, you have a list of
Yeah,
scrap that you'll accept?
Yeah.
Because this
Joe's
guy,
got that in
You
the
might take
computer.
more. So,
Yeah.
Joe, I would say send Kevin
I'll send
the
you
list.
the list
and then you
tomorrow
can-
of what we accepted last year, and we can go
Okay.
right from there.
yep.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Anything else on cleanup? All right, not. Move to the next section. Gazebo use for summer concerts. Hometown Bank has reached out to us and they want to know if they can use our gazebo here for the July 23rd, 2026 for the Boomers concert. We've done this in conjunction with our concert series in the past. Obviously, I don't anticipate seeing us running a concert series this year with the funding that we're at and not having a parks director, but they're still wanting to run one here in the township. They try to put a concert in each location they have a branch. They just need approval from us that they can host the concert there.
Okay. Now, they have had it at the Lions Club when we were doing all this construction here. They had it down at Lions Park.
Yeah.
Chief's got some comments.
The problem is the electric panel that was removed,
Okay,
so I don't,
so there's no power up here.
The,
No,
the,
there's
the electric
power.
was resolved last year. They held a concert there last year without any problem.
Okay.
anyways, there's only the outlets in there. So if they use additional, they might not have enough. That's what I was gonna say. They might not, so.
Do we know what concert was here last year? What
It was the
band?
Boomer, it's the same concert they did
Same.
last year.
Okay. So they did it last year, they should go run it again this year.
Just maintenance issue. If they get up here and because they had that big panel before.
Right.
So,
But last year we didn't have a big panel. Correct.
Correct.
I'm asking, I asked Joe, I
Yes.
don't know.
Okay.
I guess Joe.
That the electrical outlets have been fixed
Okay.
from the construction project.
Okay. So the outlets are good, or are we good allowing them to use it? There's no cost to us. They just want approval from us. Thoughts, Roy? Feel good? We do some advertising, so put it up on our social media.
It's gonna be July 23rd,
It would be July 23rd.
July 23rd.
Oh, this summer is our 250th anniversary of being in the United States. So this is gonna be a big year for a lot of patriotic things to be done.
So for this, because we're gonna have an agreement with them, I would just entertain a motion to accept allowing Hometown Bank to use our gazebo at no cost on July 23rd.
They're responsible for the electric if there's a problem.
Yes.
Can we add that to the motion?
Yes, you can.
We just did?
Okay. So we have a motion with an amendment that's, or we didn't even get a vote yet, so it's just, that's the motion. Hometown Bank is responsible for any additional electric beyond what's out there currently.
I'll second that.
Are you all right with that, Craig?
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
making
okay.
a suggestion that the panel's gone. That's all I was saying.
Okay. All right, so we got a motion, a second. Everybody good with that? All right, roll call?
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes,
Nick?
Yes.
All right, motion passed.
All right, next up, Stormwater Task
are we
Force.
are we gonna let the hometown know that the big panel's gone?
Yes,
Okay.
we will reach out to them and let them know.
Otherwise, they'd go down to Lions Park.
So we have the Stormwater Task Force. Dave, can you help me out with this? Is Soil and Water Task Force different than the Stormwater Task Force?
No, it's all in the same meeting places. and stuff.
Okay. So then,
Yeah, well, we passed on our, oh shoot, what's that meeting called?
the,
Occupation? No. What the hell is that one? Anyway, when we passed that and put me as a representative for the township and Kevin as the alternate, that was good enough. I talked to Mike Collins about it.
okay, because Tara was asking for us to submit to her an official piece
Yeah,
that you're on
Kirsten,
there.
yeah, Kirsten, I said something to her, she's going to send over the minutes. You know how you guys passed everything? It should be good.
So here's the documentation for it that she needs to send to. There is going to be an orientation meeting on February 10th at 10 a.m. So, Kevin, if you can make it, or Dave, one of the two of you. But that's what she's got, that's what she needs to send.
Yeah, because I spoke with Mike Collins, because I seen the thing from Terry, he wanted to clarify it, and since, yeah, we passed everything, our amendment was already passed, we're good.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was taken care of because I
Okay.
sent an email over.
Nope, I will get this to Kirsten and make sure she gets everything over to him.
All right. All right, next on our list, community center discussion. This was kind of tabled and it's been sitting there. It should have been probably under old business. That's my bad. So we've had some numbers come in and it looks like we spent about $12,000 last year, over and beyond what we collected for use of the community center. And that did not include hourly wages of people working there. I know there's some discussion about what can we do at the community center, what can we not do at the community center. I've reached out to a real estate agent just to get an idea of what some of these parcels, not only the community center, but some of our vacant land may be worth, so that we could have a further discussion, but we don't have those numbers back yet. So I don't know if there's discussion we want to have on the community center today, if there's thoughts about it, if we just want to leave the rentals closed for the time being.
Now, is this new rentals, or does this affect the nonprofits?
So the
Yes,
nonprofits that had already submitted will stick with, but the nonprofits, but we're not accepting any new nonprofits or any other rentals at this point.
Okay.
So Joe, do you know about how many ongoing rentals routinely we have there? Rough estimate?
I believe there are 5 nonprofits that meet their monthly. I think there's 2 sets of Girl Scouts. I think it's Girl Scouts and Brownies, a Boy Scout troop,
Young at heart.
Young at Heart, and I think an HOA that meets there.
Okay. Is it working out okay? Getting over there and making sure it's cleaned out, no issues? Or Dave?
Well, the last big snowstorm we had issues. I mean, we were more focused on everything else in the township but that. I think it was the Girl Scouts that had to rent it that night.
Yes.
All I could get done at that point was to get the concrete driveway open. And we fell behind. I mean, roads are more, I'd say more important. Plus, during my report, I had a little issue with the plow for the pickup, so.
Can we, in those inclement weathers, can we just close the community center? Even if there's an active rental, can we just say it's gonna be closed? Because roadways are gonna be more important than.
Right. What was done in the past, per Cassie back in the, everybody was let known that you may show up and it may be snow covered because we're more worried about the roadways than we are something like, a rental property.
Right.
I mean, we try to at least hit it once, at least give you a path in, but can't swear about your sidewalks and stuff getting to the building. So, but like I said, the last storm, it put a major hiccup on us when it came to that, and I think that was 3 days later, 2 days, and we were still fighting to get roadways pushed back even further, all that stuff, so.
Well, I think we just need to remind renters for now. Is there a way we can send out an email, Joe, to all of
Yes,
them?
I have all their email addresses.
Can we just send a blanket email
I can do that.
that, work with Dave on language, basically during inclement weather, that's not our top priority, that building.
Okay, I'll get that out.
Could we get that on the website, like up front and center, that we're not accepting rentals?
Yes,
I
I
mean-
can update the website to say that. I mean,
That needs
I
to
know
be one
Nick's
of the
put out a couple
headlines.
social media posts, but I'll put it on the website.
And if, kind of explain the whole situation?
Yeah, I can do that.
Because there's a lot of people that are asking about the nonprofits that keeps coming up. Can we get in or can we use it? Are we still allowed to use it?
I've addressed it once or twice on
I know.
social media, but
They just-
you can't hit everybody, it's so
No.
hard. We're gonna get
Okay,
the
I'll
questions.
put it up on the website.
Now, are you gonna accept more nonprofits? I mean, or just the ones you have?
Right now, the motion that was on the floor that sits is that whoever had submitted will honor those.
Okay.
Beyond that, we're not adding more at this point while we figure out what to do with it.
Well, like I said, we've been trying to work with the ones, we have now. But like I said, it just put a hiccup on it. So,
Yeah.
there was 14 inches of snow sitting in the parking lot. It was a mess.
Okay. Well, we'll leave this table for our next discussion. We'll bring some
What-
numbers back.
Could we switch them to the library? Or it won't, not enough room? I've never been in that room, but
I mean, it's pretty large. We could probably,
would that help anybody? I mean, at least Dave wouldn't have to plow the,
Yeah, because we plowed the library,
That's
get
a lot
it plowed off and sidewalk them because of the library. I mean, like I said, that's kind of in the flow of this stuff here, the parking lots and stuff. But the community center, I mean, even though it's right beside my shop, is like the last thing you think of. I hate to say it that way, but it is.
there's nowhere to push the snow.
That would just make me
The
feel Just
challenge
knock the
with the
roofs over.
library is when we do rent it, and mind you, I've only helped with one rental since I've taken over, whatever you call it, is we still have to reach out to them to see if they're used, because they do use that room for their internal events also. They'll do children reading groups and stuff in there. So I need to confirm with them that the room is available if the rental is going on during their business hours. So there's an extra layer if, say, there's inclement weather and we want to move, let's say, Girl Scouts over to the library. If they're meeting inside of library hours, I have to reach out to the library to verify that they're not already using the room. If it's outside of their hours, then the room's available. So it does add one extra step.
but can we just permanently move those 5 rentals over there? Can we check with the library and see what their schedule looks like, shift them from the community center, and that way Dave doesn't have to worry about even trying to plow the community center right now?
I could, let me look into it, yes. I
You see what I'm
wouldn't-
saying? Just shift the whole thing over and move everybody to town center that way.
Okay.
And then Dave, that's easier for you to zip through
Right.
there, right?
Right, oh yeah, because we're working on that, because, again, with us renting it out to the library or however that works, but, yeah, that's in the loop of things that gets done.
Then they just have a side access to get into that room. So when the library's closed, there's a keypad. So, just
This-
move it.
That
just
sounds
have
like
to
a
shovel
good
that.
idea to me.
Yeah. Well, it's,
I just have to
can you
shovel
look
both
into it,
of
Joe? And
Yes.
if you're able to, just, I would say just shift them,
Okay.
if you can do it.
I'll look
If
into it.
not, let us know at the next meeting, then we'll reevaluate what our options are.
Okay.
So maybe I'm opening a can of worms. What would be the point of the community center then?
Well, that's what we're figuring out. We don't know yet. So,
Fair enough.
yeah. we're looking at what options exist with the community center.
I understand,
Yeah.
if no one's gonna be there and it's costing thousands of dollars, what's the point?
Well, but the question, this is temporary, right? If we're able to open rentals back up, that changes. We gotta look at cost versus rentals versus,
Do rentals.
rentals will never support it, but it's
Right,
also.
rentals support $12,000 even though?
No, but it's also about providing community service.
Right.
You can't
No,
look
I
at it as a
get
profit
that.
center, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so, we have to evaluate what our options
Yeah.
are. Okay. All right. Any other questions of community center? All right, we'll table that and come back to it. Parks and Rec, I just want to bring this to everyone's attention because Gabe asked me to do this. And I'll pass this letter around, y'all can have this. But there's a township resident, he's been here for 7 years, his name's Gabriel Boson. I may be mispronouncing that, I do apologize. He's a naturalist by training and outdoor education programs through Northeast Ohio. He knows about the employment changes with the Park and Rec, and he'd be interested in working with Brimfield on hosting some programs for us to help continue the Parks and Rec program. Wants to know if we're interested in trying to put an agreement together with him. So he would run the programs, wouldn't really be an employee,
More like contractor?
kind of contractor through us. Is it something that we want to consider? He has a list of programs that he does, and I'll also send you an email. He has a little flyer of a whole summer camp program that he put on last summer. So I just wanted to bring it to the board's attention for discussion.
Okay. That's, those are interesting programs down there. Have you given any idea what he would charge to do that?
So he said that he didn't really give exact cost. More, hey, can the township absorb a little bit of the cost for him to put these on? Now, obviously, we could charge residents, but then we get into that whole money piece, which is, we're not really set up for right now. I think we'd have to either let him run the whole piece or pass on it for the year.
Right.
I don't think we have the staffing for it.
It says here he wants the township to cover some of the costs for the programs.
Right, but we could recoup that through paying, by charging a fee.
Yep. Okay. I guess we need to know what the programs cost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do we even want to go into a long conversation, or are we just putting parks on hold for the year?
I say put it on hold, we got bigger problems.
He said, he asked me to bring it forward, so,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
yep. So I'll pass that out to everybody. All right, next up, service calls. Joe called this week, we had a water leak, and then we had a HVAC issue. When Joe reached out to Rycon, they ended up just calling a service provider because it's outside of warranty. So how do we want to handle those in-house now? Because I'd rather not go through Rycon and their service providers. We're going to pay an arm and a leg.
That's right.
So I think we just need to handle it in-house. Jasmine, are you good with that? Because we're outside of the warranty, so we're just gonna have to start paying the service cost fees.
Hey, you gotta pay them.
Do we have a preferred provider? Greg, Roy, who do you use?
Yeah, we call them.
Do you both use the same provider, or do we use somebody different?
Are you talking about for HVAC?
Yeah, it can be HVAC, plumbing issues. We're basically out of warranty here, so any problems we have, I don't think we should be calling Rycon anymore, because Rycon's calling their own service provider, and we're having to pay their fees, and who knows where they're coming out of.
Okay.
I agree, and I would not use them, but no, we call our own, and we don't use this.
Okay. So we need to come up with a plan, because Joe wasn't sure what to do that day, which is, that's not his field, so. But he came in and the roof was leaking, and the furnace wasn't working on this side of the building.
So Craig, you have somebody come out doing kind of maintenance and filters and whatnot for you, like annual, semi-annual type thing for HVAC?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, yes, we will, but we literally just got out of warranty, so we're
Gotcha.
going to make those calls when the next thing
Okay.
breaks. But,
Okay.
We will make those as needed.
Okay.
Do I have someone lined up exactly right now? No.
Not yet, okay.
And that's a little more in depth because some of the, like, for example, the train is a specific system, so I have to find a trained dealer. So there's some specific
If I can
things
add to that,
happen
whatever
have to happen to do that.
fire decides, we want that to be one company for both sides, because it's one system, it's not two. The train system is, there's one train system for both sides of the building. So whatever service provider we pick, we want the same one handling both sides. Because if we have two companies in here messing with it, what you're gonna end up with is finger pointing. I didn't make that change, that person made that change, that's why this isn't working. We want one company monkeying with the system, because you'll end up with people pointing fingers, I didn't make that change, that's why it's not working. So we'll wanna make sure that they can handle both sides.
Your train on your side, right, train?
Yes, and I will figure out what we want to use coming in.
Yeah, and we just need to come in agreement for admin fire side, like, it's gonna have to be the same person.
Yeah.
But we need to figure that out.
I know it'll add a layer, but I mean, it's not two train systems. The train system physically exists in the electrical room on this side. It's controlling fire and admin,
Right.
so,
So we just need to find a vendor.
yeah.
I guess is the point of this piece on here, because we ran into this service call issue. And then we need to stop calling Icon, because we don't need to pay their prices. So, can you two work together and figure out
Sure.
a service provider?
You good with that, Craig? You can figure it out.
Okay, perfect. All right, next up, I asked Jasmine to pull some numbers, cleaning contracts. Last year, we paid $43,619 for a cleaning. Jasmine, that was for everybody, right? That's community center, fire, or community center, police.
Yeah, so that's whoever, clean management and, is it Langston?
Langston,
Yeah, those two.
So, I think it's an area that we could look at this again. I know
Yeah.
Holly started to look, but I feel like $43,000, we could almost hire somebody on staff part-time to be doing our cleaning at that place. I feel like it's a lot of money. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
No, it's definitely a lot of money. But do we have enough cleaning to keep a person busy?
That's
for
almost an annual salary.
It is.
What are the terms of the current contracts we're in now? How, are we in the midst of the contract now, or would somebody know when it currently expires?
I do not know the contract information. All I know is we're billed monthly for
Okay.
those services.
I think it's something we need to start to explore as we look at the budget, right? We're worried about the budget numbers, and we're paying $43,000 for cleaning.
Part of that also incorporates the community center, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So we could eliminate some of that cost potentially there.
I know Marilyn cleans the police department, and I think she does for you, Dave, right?
Yeah, the
So
road
she-
department, yeah.
She used to do everything, and then, for whatever reason, that changed, and then another company was brought in. Because Marilyn reached out to me last week and inquired about this, about cleaning going forward and potentially utilizing her more township-wide and seeing what the rate would be with that, so. Is that something you'd like me to follow up with her on to get updated numbers, to see what that would look like?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're paying way too much money for cleaning service.
Okay.
Do you know what the reason was that we switched?
I don't. I think there was some discussion of cost or
Yeah,
maybe
her
some
costs
quality.
seemed
Yeah, I
hers
can't-
had gone up a little bit, so then Holly was trying to find a cheaper cost. So then Holly went with a second provider to try here at the town hall and the community center.
Yeah, I don't recall all the factors at that time, but, I could certainly ask Marilyn to put together a proposal and bring that to you for consideration if you want to look at some other options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. She cleans the police
Yes.
station? Okay. You don't have any trouble?
No.
Okay. Dave, you're good with it? Yeah. Doesn't hurt to look.
We can look and see, that'd be good.
So Roy, if you could bring that back.
Okay.
All right, next up, Kent Chamber. The Kent Chamber has renamed themselves. They are now the Kent Chamber of Commerce, serving Brimfield Township and local areas. So they've added Brimfield to that. As part of that, they're trying to hold a percentage of their events in Brimfield Township this year in 2026. And they've reached out and want to know if they can use this area or the community center to host a coffee hour on March 17th. Typically, we don't allow rentals of this area. I didn't know if we want to open this up here or the community center to allow them to do that coffee hour with local businesses.
Or the library.
We have to see if it's open, but we can use the library as an option also.
Yeah. I mean, is there a
Well,
reason we?
I thought it was going to be called the Kent Brimfield. Was it going to be the Kent Brimfield Chamber?
Nope, it's the Kent Chamber servicing Brimfield Township and surrounding communities.
Right.
We were not, Kevin, we weren't gonna rent this, because in the past, when we had our community room here before, when they would have events, we had some issues with the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts doing like evening events, and then all the carpet was covered in paint, or the chairs were, there was some damage. So we were trying to keep this more of a professional meeting room in here.
The basement bar has a nice room that you can have a get-together.
Well, we're trying to do it at the town hall or one of the township buildings to bring all the businesses together. I think was their thought.
Okay. And I went to the one at the Wilds the other evening. I went to that. There was like not more than 15 people attended it.
Yeah, they're usually smaller events.
So maybe they'd want to go back to the Wilds. And,
Well, they asked specifically for one of the township properties. They're trying to spread the love around, I guess would be the word for it.
oh, put them in one of the bays over there.
I don't think Craig wants them in the fire bay. So what are our thoughts? Do we want to allow them to use this room? Should we see if the library's open?
I think at last resort, using it. You know, if the library is not available, I think we should use the library as much as we can.
We'll see
Okay.
if the library's open.
But we don't rent this room here. And if we rent it to one, that's gonna open up the door
Yeah.
that someone else is gonna say, well, gosh, well, did it over here, so I can do it here. So, I mean, you gotta think, I really don't wanna put this into a rental. I don't think that's a good thing for us to do
I agree.
for
So take it over to the library.
$8.2
for the
million
community center,
facility.
And then they will plow the driveway.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Two more things that kind of go together. We're coming up on sports season. Sports teams are asking, what are we gonna do about field rentals? Right now, we're not accepting any rentals, but there's a lot of sports teams that count on baseball and soccer fields. So, do we want to open that up? Do we just want to blanket it to do a blanket one-time rental to an organization and charge them a flat fee? How do we want to handle that? We're going to say no rentals this year, but I think we're going to have a lot of upset parents if we say no rentals this year.
Typically, how does the sport field rentals work?
So in the past, in January, local Brimfield baseball teams got first dibs to rent field space till about mid or end January. Then local soccer Brimfield teams got picked, and then it was opened up to the public beyond that. Reason being is travel teams would try to pick up our fields because it's so cheap, and they charge a large rate to travel, then they get cheap rental fields and it becomes a profit center for them. So we specifically tailored it that way, and they would do individual rental dates. So if baseball wanted it, they'd have to put in a rental for Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday. They would put in multiple rentals for the entire season. And then when they were done, soccer would come in and pick up the back end of that. Then, when we got to fall time, we would invert that. So soccer would get primary pick, then baseball, softball would get picked, and then it would open up to general public. They're asking now because we're getting into the point where registration's starting to close for spring teams, so they gotta start to submit field usage. Field use soccer is willing to pay a flat rate. They said they would be open to basing it on the cost of what we're paying for the field for water and electric there. So whatever that cost is, split it up over a half a year, and that would be the rental fee, so we would break even on the property. They said they're also interested in having, because they tried to have the conversation with Cassie and it never went anywhere, they would like to make a donation to the township in the amount of so much money to help with field maintenance. So
Yeah.
we got this proposal from Lewis for the baseball fields, but there's also gonna need to be one for the soccer fields for seed, fertilizer, all that maintenance stuff. They'd like to chip in a percentage of that cost also. But then they would want to rent. They would just want to block rent it instead of individual rent.
Yeah. I think it makes more sense to block rent it. Do it not? I don't know. I don't know how this works, but to me, it makes more sense.
Problem is it cuts out other teams, so we're gonna get some pushback from other communities. And it's also gonna block out any individuals that might wanna use those fields for some reason. My concern is I just wanna keep field kids playing here. Last year, we had them renting fields in, Talmadge. So they were paying Talmadge for Brimfield money instead of staying here. Then we had travel teams
So,
playing here.
so why don't we just prioritize the community teams?
Would we be open to that as a board, just doing a block rental, just getting it done for this? Because, I mean, they want to get this done, because they got to start submitting schedules.
I'm trying to find, I thought that information got sent to me in an email. I don't know if it came from Kirsten or Joe, but I think there was a quote for fertilizer down in fertilizing
There's
those
a,
ball
there's a
fields.
landscaping one here for ball fields. They want, the cost per skinned infield treatment would be $200 to $1,000 per season per field. So $1,000 a season to keep up that infield.
Yeah, because that's that brick infield.
Yeah.
That was Lewis, they put a special weed killer and stuff on there where people can play, you know, it doesn't hurt people and stuff. Plus maintenance of the infield.
And we don't have any cost per se at the baseball field because there's not water and electric out there.
Right, yes.
Where at the soccer fields we do, so I think we'd have to ask for a rental based upon what our utility costs are there. So I'd take a half year's worth of utilities and say this is the rental fee for spring season, the other half of utilities is the rental fee for fall season, and then see if they'll still make that donation beyond that to help with field maintenance. Because we're gonna have to get a field maintenance going soon too, Dave, with soccer starting in the spring, we gotta start at least planning who we're gonna utilize there.
I'll go plow it off and we'll start. No.
What's that?
I said I'll go plow her off and we'll get her started. No.
Well, I'm just saying we gotta find a company
No,
to
but
start contract with.
Portage Turf was the company Cassie had scheduled. They would come overseed, fertilize, weed kill, you know, that stuff to the soccer field. I know them are the two companies we had that were coming in and taking care of, like fertilizing and stuff. So,
Is there a way to roll that cost into the use of the field so we're not necessarily spending it from our budget per se?
We'd have to look at the total cost for that and see if those numbers would make sense at that point.
And I think write it up as a donation, because if you rent it, now your property taxes are going back up. If you're asking for a property tax exemption, and now you rent it,
Right. And they said that in this, and I'm sure baseball would do the same thing because both presidents are pretty on the same page, that they would give blackout authority to the township, right? So if we were going to do whatever festival we want to do, or whatever event we want to do, we'd give them X amount of notice that we're blocking out the use of the field during that time. So they wouldn't have complete use. We'd still have township authority over the fields.
I guess I'm all right with it.
What are your thoughts, Sue?
Okay, beyond me. It's a guy thing right there with that. I'm not concerned about it.
Well, if they're
It's-
covering
it's it's very serious, and I understand, but I understand all of it of, you know, we have the facility there to give that to people, so y'all just have to work out what you gotta work out, make it happen.
figure the cost and split it in half, right?
Yeah. So Jasmine, could you have Kirsten pull me the gas and electric numbers for the soccer fields?
Yep.
And then we have the field cost for Lewis already. And we might be able to split that cost, Roy, if we look at the total cost to maintain all the fields and then divide it.
It really has to pay for itself.
Or not gas, water and electric.
Water and electric.
Yeah, water and
Think
electric,
about
sorry.
that. You asked me,
Water
I'll
and
tell you the truth. I gotta find humor.
She'll put water and electric.
Water and electric.
Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
You're fine.
I'll pay
Yeah. Well, that's where I want to get to, but we just got to figure out a cost for them.
It was
They're
ridiculous. It
interested.
was ridiculous that they were bringing the lot over and everybody else. Sorry. Should have always been our kids in this.
So just put a flat rate together.
No.
Okay. So let's get it, well, I'll get it put together, bring it to the next board meeting, so then we can make the official offer to them. But they're coming up on a hard time because they got to start putting schedules out, so.
Yeah, I think if we accept it as a donation, that, you know,
Just allow them to use it and they can make a donation. Okay.
for tax exempt reason, save you $1,800 a year.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right, we'll work on it. All right, last thing, board approval. Roy, this is yours.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Need board approval for acceptance of the NOPEC Energized Community Grant for 2026 in the amount of $23,650. I think there was an email communication that Sue sent out. I think Jasmine got that. Jasmine, I think, are you our designated NOPEC representative?
Yes, I'll log in.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. There's resolution language there, Nick. I don't know if you need to do a formal resolution for it or not. They provided that to us.
Yep. So I'll entertain a motion in name only for a resolution authorizing all actions necessary to accept the Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council NOPEC 2026 Energized Community Grant.
So moved.
Need a second?
I'll second.
All right, any discussions on this? This is a piece that we accept every year, and it does help offset our cost. We have to pay upfront, and then they reimburse us after the work is completed.
Now, don't we have I think we have like 43,000 right now from a NOPEC grant that we haven't used.
It
We
rolls
have-
over from year
Yeah,
to year
it
for
rolls
some
over from, yeah, we have that. And then if we have this one too, for 2026, it gives us a bulk of there that we can actually make an impact on something.
Is that something you'll entertain projects and?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's project ideas. Obviously, we'll do emergency necessities first. I know Roy needs like a new back door if we can get that under that, but yeah, if you have some project ideas,
No, I
let us know.
just garage, you know, my thoughts on the
Get in the garage done.
Just electric.
And while we're talking about NOPEC, we now have a new representative from them. His name is Craig Brown, and I'll be meeting him down at the OTA conference. He'll be down there, and have a conversation with him about what we can do here and how they can help us.
All right, we got a motion and a second on the floor for the acceptance of the NOPEC dollars. Roll call, please.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Send this down, Jasmine. You're gonna have to sign some stuff on that.
Okay.
Takes us into zoning and economic development.
Okay, this, I'm interested in this. Okay. What we have here is the year-end report for economic development and zoning. And this is put on by and made by Michael Ladd, the director, and Jenny Miller, the secretary, and Kaylin Nealon is a zoning specialist. And then they all worked and got this all together, and it's all prepared. We need to make a motion to accept it, but before we do that, I want to let you know that some of the goals that were completed for 2025 is they start construction on Drug Mart and New Plaza, villas at St. Edward's Assisted Living, and the Woodland Reserve Townhomes on State Route 43. And we are continuing ongoing zoning district map updates where the zoning commission has made changes in our zoning book. Those all have to be updated and filed with the Portage County Recorder on an annual basis. And so we are continuing to pursue funding for sidewalks in Portage County Engineer and the Field Local School District. We work with those entities to help with getting sidewalks in here. And Mr. Ladd, he meets with the Field Local School District Superintendent to continue proper development planning that also takes in the school and how many students we have and the impact of our growth. So that's a good thing, some good things that happen. Our 2026 goals, the continued growth is, says here, control growth of subdivisions so as not to burden the safety services or schools. So those are also taken, those issues are also taken into account. And right now, we're working on to update the 2050 land use plan that comes from the zoning commission. So then, we have, let's see, here's something interesting. We have several new occupancies for the plaza behind the town hall, including Wing Warehouse, All Pro Sports and Creations, and Portage County Republican Headquarters. Those are already in place. The Wing Warehouse is going to be opened here before too long. They're doing a lot of work and renovation. You would never know it had been a restaurant before. And the construction of the Kenda Tire is now complete. And it's my understanding it's behind Menards, that huge building back there. They're looking eventually to having 300 employees working out of that space. And construction of the VA Cancer Imaging and Infusion Center, it's now complete and open. And the Celebration Church is on Route 43, across from the Mexican restaurant, and they will be renovating the space. But the Cleveland Clinic will continue renting their space, so they won't be moving out. And there's construction of a new addition to the Hill Church, that's continuing. And construction and site work for the Village of St. Edward Assisted Living Facility is progressing very quickly. We have a Plato's Closet moving into the Cascades. They're doing interior renovations right now. And we've had 41 new homes permitted in 2025. And the zoning department fees collected in 2025 was $79,287. So we have been working, we've been trying to get some income coming in for us, and I wanted to share that with you. And this book, after it's accepted, it is public record. If anybody wants to browse through it or whatever, it is more than there. We've been very busy. I'm very proud to see what the department has done and have bettered us. So that's what I got to say.
All right,
All right.
thank you for the update. We do have some new business under there that we need to take care of also. There's a reappointment needed for the Brimfield Township JED Business Owner Representative. And Mike Lett is making the recommendation that Rick Bockert, who is currently in that position, be reappointed for a term of January 1 of 2026 to December 31st of 2029. This appointment is made by Brimfield this term. Next term it will be made by Talmadge. So we'll
Okay.
alternate that business representative.
Okay, I would like to make that motion.
So there's a motion on the floor.
I'll second.
All right, so we can discuss. I've worked with Rick on the board. He's always been very pro Brimfield, trying to help make sure we're getting the most we can out of the JED. So I have no concerns with it, but open for discussion.
I'm good with it.
I'm good with it.
Okay, any comments? Hearing none, roll call for acceptance?
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Oh, and I just gave your year-end report, so we
Yes.
won't repeat that.
And just a reminder, BZA and zoning commission members have their annual training on February 11th and 12th, and it is open to trustees.
Okay.
So if we want to attend, we can attend.
Is that-
Training, it's educational only, it's not a public meeting, as we're not making any decisions.
Right, the training.
Is that 5 o'clock? Do I remember
I
right?
don't know what
Starts
time
at
it is.
5.
Starts
Start
at
at
5.
5?
Starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, and he's not asking for any additional approvals. Anything else for zoning? Not, we'll move in the road departments.
All right, Nick, some old business, just want to let you know, we received our salt orders, we got them in, the 400 ton we had ordered out. We were working on the trucks after the storm, we had couple plow issues, just minor things, everything's up and running again. Some old business, the mowing contract, I just wanted to know if we wanted to discuss any of that today. I ran out of time the last 2 weeks to call and talk to anybody and stuff. I did send a gentleman from TTR get a hold, okay. I talked to him a little bit and gave him your number and stuff like that. I just wanted to put that on there just in case there was discussion on it, but yeah, I did fall behind on that. I was a little tied up the last couple of weeks. Any discussion, or want to just move on?
Do you think we can hold it and make a final decision in 2 weeks? Dave?
We have, what the heck is today?
It's really till the 11th,
Second.
which is before our next meeting.
Uh,
But we need to get some contracts in front of us before we could.
Right, well, and that's the point, I don't know if they're sending stuff out to Kevin.
Yeah. I've got six people besides ABC looking at it. I gave them till the 16th to get it into us, because I think that's our next meeting, or our 17th maybe.
Like if we went with ABC, we have until the 21st.
Is it the 21st?
Yeah.
I thought it was the 11th. Okay.
No,
So the
it's-
16th is President's Day, so our next meeting is the 17th.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to make a decision at that point.
Yeah, I told them they have to have their numbers in by then,
Okay.
so.
And everybody
there's-
has a copy of, so we can
Yes.
compare apples to
Yeah.
apples.
Yeah, I forwarded everything that Dave gave me. So,
It's, the 21st.
okay.
We have to have it signed at the latest the 21st, so.
So 17th we'll get an update. Okay.
I'll have numbers for you on the 17th.
We'll have to make a decision then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, some new business, the snowstorm update. We gave it our best shot.
That was a bad storm.
We removed a lot of snow, put a lot of miles on trucks, went through a lot of fuel. We did not go through a lot of salt. I backed the salt off way down. We only put salt down the first time we plowed through the mains. From that point on, we did not salt again until we were getting finished for the day. So again, allotments, sorry, we tried our best. Allotments were just being plowed. I did notice a hiccup. It was my fault. I should have let the guys know to maybe put like a 50-foot swath going out to the main drags, but I said just plow allotments. Instead of, this time around, we will add where we put, like, say, I don't know, coming out of Pembroke, we'll put a 50-foot, well, that gets plowed all the way. Coming out of Chapman Farm, we'll put like a 50-foot swath at the intersection for they have traction to get out to 18. And stuff like that throughout Malloy Road, all them roadways. Allotments will still to this date get what we've been doing. We will just plow them off and work them that way. Like I said, we got 400 ton in. We got about another 400 ton we can get in, but that has to make it through the season. So we are not going to over dump the salt. It actually saves us half our salt per round when we don't salt allotments. We may go back to hills, curves, and intersections when we get a better bearing. Give me a couple more weeks where I know for sure where I'm at for the season. But for now, we will keep doing it the way we're doing it. I felt they were really good shape. I mean, I know I got a call here, a call there, it's slippery. We went out. We didn't find an issue, or we would have tried to take care of it. I mean, and trust me, my red pickup, well, it's not here. That thing loves to slip and slide, and I climbed through all the allotments where I was getting calls from. So, because it's a heavy weight truck and it's trying to push weight, so. But again, we'll try to do the best we can for everybody. But again, we do want to make sure we have enough to get our mains open for the schools and everybody to get on a nice main drag, to get up and down the roadways and move along.
Dave, on the snow,
Yeah.
is there a way we can reach out to ODOT, or I don't know if they'll do anything, but like Howe and Sherman this weekend when we were coming down there, it was getting hard to see to turn out onto 43. The power is so high on those corners.
Well,
you can't see.
that's some of us too. We
Okay.
actually went down through the roads the end of last week, took the backhoe and knocked down a lot of the piles. It's just, as we remove, our problem is, again, ODOT. They
Right.
come down the roads, they don't push off, and then all of a sudden we got everything looking good, and next thing you know, they dump a foot of snow in our roadways, so we gotta do something with it.
Yeah, I knew we had to do something at the time, but it was on Sunday we were having trouble seeing at some of those intersections.
Because, we pushed down Sherman, because I did have a couple other complaints. I mean, it was a lot higher than it is now. We knocked down Kelso, Drug Mart, McDonald's. We went through some, now mind you, I don't know what the state did afterwards.
Right.
They did, I did notice their driver, and I'd like to thank him, he did go through like Edson Road. Instead of just dumping all that over through the ramp area, he took it over and shoved it on a pile off to the side.
Okay.
Or we could have had a big mess there too, but again, it was just one of them storms and now you're just going through tinkering, trying to straighten things up still to this day, so.
Before the next one comes.
Right, which is Friday.
Yeah.
But anyway. And like I said, we're just tinkering with things yet. We'll take another look at that stuff. I mean, again, you can see what we got out here. I didn't even get a chance to get back to finish pushing off the the parking lot out here with the backhoe. So we're just running out of times because, well, like this week we have 3 funerals. So the funerals, now we're digging out the cemetery to have the funerals to move forward with that. So everything's taking a little bit of time with this kind of weather. It takes time to get caught back up, especially when you don't have no melting involved in the middle of it. It's just been so cold. So now let's go to the fun part. Pickup 23, which I use to plow the parking lots. The plow broke to a point. We can still use it for parking lots and working these areas, which is a lot better than having the big trucks in here. I'm waiting for parts from Austin to get in to fix the plow. So I don't have numbers on it yet because they're looking to find things, because the only problem with just replacing the plow with a new plow is if it doesn't line up to the setup on the front of the truck, you gotta replace all that too. So you're throwing the whole unit off, putting a whole new unit on, which this way it'd be a lot cheaper. They've rebuilt them before. It's because we have that weird fancy, actually it's a really good plow, a C plow where you can go up the things and fold it in half and back drag away from the buildings, the bays and stuff. So we don't want to eliminate that unless we absolutely have to. So we're working on that point of them coming back and giving us some numbers, which should be soon. But like I said, right now it's still good enough shape that I can do the parking lots where a big truck is not trying to dig in between these islands and everything else and that stuff. But one day you may hear me yell in the middle of town, and that's the plow blew in half. So we're trying. Right now I'm holding off on ordering more salt because, like I said, I want to see where we get to a certain amount and get to that. We're holding. I'd like to hold until like the 2nd to 3rd week of February. Then I'll probably bring the end of our salt in. That way we know exactly where we're at for the season. And I think other than that, that's it.
Any questions for road department?
Yeah, Dave, I know it's an issue for you, but what's our policy with, cul-de-sacs and people's driveways?
People's driveways is nothing. That's automatic. You plow, the snow's coming off our roads, that's all we're worried about.
Yeah.
Cul-de-sacs, what we do on cul-de-sacs, again, we're at a different kind of storm with this storm. Normally cul-de-sacs, we plow 2 rings around them and give people the chance to get out of their driveway and go around. The problems what we've had with cul-de-sacs in the past is we plow the snow off of them. We will not haul, well, 1, I don't have a place to haul snow.
Right.
So, but 2, of course, we have 80+ cul-de-sacs. So if we would go out and haul cul-de-sacs, I'd have a week-long venture of guys out just hauling snow. We try to push them off when we have to, but our main thing we get, especially with these allotments, are sidewalks in people's yards and mailboxes. I mean, we push away from them, but again, you're taking a cul-de-sac into 5-6 yards, and it's going up over the sidewalks and everything, and then we get people yelling at us, you push that off, now what are you gonna do about the sidewalk? Which, again, is the venture is easier just to leave set. So just give them an alleyway to get in and out. That's the way we've done it for all the years. We have been going out cleaning off cul-de-sacs now, but.
Yeah, I just didn't know what,
Yeah.
people have asked me, I said, I don't know.
Yeah, again.
There's only so much you can do.
Right. I mean, you'll have people ask about it. We'll go through. I mean, you'll push it off, and the person who called wanted to push it off will call you back saying that you made a mess in their yard, and now they want it out of their yard. Again, we've had people take their driveways, shove the snow plow out their driveways in the cul-de-sac and pile it right in the middle. Hey, we'll let it ride as long as you're leaving room for say, Craig's emergency vehicles to get through, which we don't sometimes have an issue with that. I mean, at least it's all out of the way, but yeah, our main concern is to give fire, police and stuff, the 2 alleyways to get around and people to get out of their driveways. But filling a driveway, it is what it is. I mean, snow's gotta go somewhere, and we gotta have our roads open, so.
Okay. I'll just pass it along.
Alrighty. I mean, they can talk. I mean, I have no problem talking with people.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I just didn't know what to tell them.
no, but if they have any more questions, just have them call, because I did discuss this with a lady today. And like I told her, we're working on them, but again, we're still working on our avenues, so we're slowly finishing some things up. I mean, I hate to say it, if the storm starts coming around that they keep calling for Friday, there may be a lot of driveways pushed shut again real quick, because we'll be edging roads to push things even further back. And the snow's, again, just, and I mean, I hate to say it this way, there's a lot of people who don't pile their snow the right way on the driveway. If you would pile, say we're plowing north and you plow it on the south side, put it on the south side of your driveway, well, we're just gonna push it right back in your driveway. So if you put it to the north side, we would take it, you know, continue it up the road and put it in your neighbor's yard, but it's just one of them things we can't control. So cul-de-sacs are the worst, because people say all you gotta do is turn the plow in. And no, the centrifugal force just pulls the snow right off the plow no matter what you do with it, so. Alrighty.
Other questions for roads? All right, if not, we'll move into IT. Joe, you got a CrowdStrike thing?
Yes, okay. Fancy camera here. Yes, CrowdStrike is our endpoint protection. I guess you could refer to it as Antivirus Plus. So it is antivirus, but it is also looking at applications and what they're doing on a computer to see if they're behaving normally. So if a application gets compromised, the term is a Trojan horse, it's going to look at that abnormal activity and it's going to flag it for me to look at. If it is something that CrowdStrike is aware of being a bad thing, CrowdStrike is actually smart enough that it can stop the application. If that doesn't work, it'll actually isolate that computer from the rest of the network, in addition to alerting me. So it is what is protecting our township computers from bad actors. This is an application we've been using for 3 years. There is a 5% increase from last year, but it is $4,465.66. So I'm asking for approval to continue utilizing CrowdStrike.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve CrowdStrike endpoint protection for 2026.
So moved.
I'll second.
Do we have any questions on this? I think, for me, it's important. We need to make sure we protect all the data. So, are you happy with the service?
Yes, we've had 4 incidents detected last year. All of them were isolated very quickly, and either were resolved remotely or resolved, by me interacting with the computer. So, we had 4 incidents that may have became something bigger that were detected and stopped, before it became anything. And in all of those cases, except for one, the end user didn't even realize anything was going on. I called them and said, hey, did you just do something? And they're like, yeah, how'd you know? Because I got an email. So it's been working wonderfully for us.
Okay.
So we're looking at a renewal.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have any other questions. Anybody else? All right. Roll call for approval.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, motion approved.
Anything else for us today, Joe?
No, I know, we're, as you said, we were discussing the website. When I know more, we'll go from there. I think that's all I have for right now.
All right. Hey, thank you for holding down the fort here, too.
Try.
Handling HVAC, ceiling leaks, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, cemetery. Anything from cemetery?
We had one new deed this week, and like Dave Rookner said, we had 3 funerals, and I understand we have another one next week. So, anyway, they've been really busy. road department does a good job in this horrible weather.
We'll move into fiscal. Jasmine.
All right, let's have a quick update for year end. We are basically finished with year end. I just have to upload our financials to the Auditor of State's Hinkle system, and then 2025 will be closed.
Perfect. All right. Any questions for fiscal? Okay. Hearing none, well, it looks like we have no executive sessions today. So for the good of Brimfield Township, is there anything from the board or department heads that we want to state?
I want to give a shout out to my guys for busting their behinds for the last. We had a long time together. I seen them more than I did my wife, so I kind of missed them this weekend. I didn't have to spend much time with them, but they did a great job. They worked hard and got things done.
Tell them we appreciate them too. Like I said, I saw them out there plowing. They were smiling and waving the whole time, so.
I wasn't. I was sick of it.
All right. Hearing nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, roll call.
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
All right, meeting adjourned at 8:35.
Thank you.